No estaba grabando. Estas cosas pasan. ¡Gruti! Mi pobre bebé quiere jugar. Le tengo que comprar juguetes nuevos. Y mira que tiene un cesto lleno de juguetes. Pues todavía tengo que comprarle más juguetes. ¿Qué pasa con el
Can't believe I'm actually venturing into a Gith stronghold again, voluntarily. This had better pay off.
Lo admito, sería una idea terrible, pero no tenemos muchas opciones.
True. We're acting out of desperation. Let's just be careful. Any potential cure is useless if our heads are parted from our shoulders beforehand.
Es que Corazón Sombrío no está muy de acuerdo con Ian a donde hemos ido.
They're dispatching red dragons in pursuit of it. But we cannot afford to lose it. I wish I'd never been sent on this mission.
¿Y cómo conseguiste el prisma? Es una cosa que me pica mucho la curiosidad. Tu misión me resulta irrelevante. A ver. Parece que es importante para tu madre superiora.
Yes. And she acts as Lady Shah's voice amongst mortals. She must be doing the Night Singer's bidding. I just don't know what it all means. All will be revealed in due time, I hope.
Vale. Por cierto, me estoy dando cuenta que con los bañadores que llevamos, yo no porque soy un lagarto y no tengo pelo, pero a estas mujeres se les ve el pelito de las ingles.
I am Vlaakith's most loyal servant. She will not abandon me.
Métete un duchazo a la Zael, bonica. ¿Un criadero con un solo huevo?
Kalir's clutch held 3 dozen eggs, more or less. Though I've learned of creches that harbored 100.
Lo Yankee parecía bastante humanoide. ¿Cómo es que evolucionaste para ser ovíparo?
Humanoid. How I despise the term. Githyanki are quite superior to humans. Our biology slates state that Githyanki came to lay eggs after we escaped Illithid enslavement and took to the astral plane. It's an asexual process, a favorable change by any estimation. Hideous to imagine a life where I couldn't partake in the pleasures of sex without the looming threat of bearing children.
Qué suerte tienen las hijas de puta, ¿eh? ¿Quién se carga de poner los huevos?
Shukiani. Githyanki chosen by Vlaakith herself to bear young. The queen assigns when and where they must lay, and how many eggs they must bear. The Shukiani pass their eggs in the material plane. In the astral, time barely passes. It is a meticulous process, carefully timed so that the eggs hatch at once.
Pasemos a otro asunto.
Go on then.
No me odies, Lafael, por haber aniquilado a tu gente. La sala de entrenamiento del Creche ha sido muy reveladora. Son siempre así de brutales los adiestradores Gith.
My own Savage would never have threatened a youngling. A waste of time and energy. The pupils themselves culled the weak from their ranks. I myself felled 4 of my own classmates once Kalir had 100 times circled Tyrell.
¡Eso es horrible! ¿Por qué motivo? ¿Por ira? ¿Por entrenamiento?
Survival. My people have no use for cowards. Every trainee that I slayed was either too weak to withstand the lessons, or was cocky enough to pick a fight they could never win. They underestimated me, so they paid the price. The Githyanki are only as powerful as their weakest warrior. Jaquith de Venzir, the termination of the frail, strengthens us.
Vamos a preguntarle por los discos de Orfeo.
Your mind connects with Lae'zel's, and together you envision the Githyanki disc.
Another part of the Orpheus tale. This one has been translated to Common.
Me gustaría oírte narrar la historia.
Fine. The Prince of the Comet, Part 2.
Teníamos la parte 1.
The Prince of the Comet, Orpheus himself, led his honor guard into battle. Their red dragons bellowed with righteous anger and the heavens erupted. The glorious prince cried to all who could hear him, "Praise be to my mother Gith, the queen of the one sky, sacrificed to the hells by the renegade Vlaakith." But the true heir, the prince of the comet, could not overcome Vlaakith's knights and their ill-gotten worms. Mighty Voss, Gestil Kithrak, lit the astral sky aflame. When the ash had cleared, beloved Orpheus was gone. True heir, glorious prince. There's no greater crime than to exalt the pretender called Orpheus.
Pero ¿y si es verdad la historia? Lazael es que ni te lo planteas, hermana. Ok, eso es todo, Lazael. Carla, ¿algo que decir? Hemos matado un montón de yankees.
This place is done for. Let's get out of here.
Bravo. Y tanto que nos vamos a pirar. Astarion, ¿algo que decir?
Hello, my sweet.
Estás un poco lleno de sangre. ¿Podéis pasaros una esponjita por la cara? Antes de hablar con Gale, que está aquí el señor Gandalf, vamos a hablar. Creo que en todo este mapa, si habláis con Halsing, no hay ni un solo comentario.
You wish to speak?
O sea, no hay nada que hablar. Hola, Will.
Baldur's bones. The Githyanki Kresh is naught but rubble.
Sí.
May the Triad have mercy.
Se apiaden de ellos. Di que sí, Will. Que se apiaden de nosotros. Nosotros que hemos sido los que hemos destruido aquello. Que tengan cuidado conmigo, weón. El Mister. A ver qué tiene que decir.
Ah, there you are. Now, I hope you don't mind my having ingratiated myself into the most...
¿En serio se ha comido lo más delicioso de mis provisiones?
You find me quite sated indeed.
Puto viejo de mierda.
Yes, what a delightful wedge of old Elthurium that was. Doesn't do to parley on an empty stomach, you know. Makes one's words frivolous when they should be grave. Plenty to digest, after all. A good deal to stew over, if you will. Words ladled with import should be savored so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
Elminster.
Right. You see, well, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra. The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Me sorprende que te haya enviado después de la de clave de Gale.
Thank you for that most considerate reminder.
De nada,
You
tú te lo tomas todo
know
bien,
where
Gale.
you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Redimirte.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
Forgive me.
She would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious
¿Y
of
por qué los
evils.
dioses no se meten? O sea, que vengan y ayuden, ¿no? Es que no lo entiendo, tú. Si la mismísima diosa es consciente de lo que está pasando, no rechazaría una intervención
The
divina.
very purpose of my presence, in a roundabout sort of way. You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying.
¿Y por qué
It
los dioses no
threatens
ayudan?
the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you
Vale. Mistra se equivoca, seré yo quien la destruya. A ver, relax. ¿Solo Gale? ¿Cómo es eso?
The orb.
Precisely. Mistra has granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you. Instead, you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
¿Qué quieres, papi? Estás muy pesado. Mira la cantidad de muñecos que tienes aquí. Vente, anda. ¿Qué te pasa en la oreja que te estás dando tanto? ¿Quieres comer, Bruce? Toma, ven. Ay, a ver si echándole un poco de comida me deja en paz mi maldito perro. Eso es monstruoso, le estabas diciendo que acabe con su propia vida, básicamente.
He is not. But it seems that Mistra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute.
Básicamente Mistra está diciendo
For
que
your
se suicide.
sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise. With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid.
Pues Mistra podía haber mandado un WhatsApp, la verdad.
Mistra Italion Thras Annas. It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Aún nos queda un largo viaje por delante, encontraremos otra manera.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the skies being gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days. And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
Y tal como ha dicho, que llevaba no sé cuántos días caminando y no sé qué historia, coge el fulano y hace TP y se pira. Maldito viejo, decrépito, mentiroso. Gale, mi vida, no te vas a
I
matar.
do enjoy our conversations. What do you need?
¿Cómo que qué necesito? Te acaban de decir que si te vas a suicidar. Mistra siempre ha sido una diosa tan exigente.
She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me.
A ver, me parece igualmente bastante... O sea, con el hechizo que le han echado a Gale, básicamente, ahora él ya no necesita consumir objetos mágicos él puede controlar la detonación del orbe del pecho cuando él quiera. Lo que pasa que, claro, si detona, Gale muere. No va, eso no va a ocurrir. ¿Cómo te sientes? No puede ser fácil enfrentarte a la posibilidad de morir.
Oh, you know me, ever the optimist.
Sí, hijo, siempre
I'm
optimista.
trying to focus on the positives. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
¿Por qué no es el Mister quien se enfrenta al Absoluto o la propia Mistra?
I've no doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, AO would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
Estás hoy terriblemente pesado, Groot. Ay, pa. Tenemos que tener la puerta abierta con cojones. Está lloviendo, idiota. En fin. Mi perro es subnormal. Subnormal. No tiene un cerebro. Algo que decir, Peña.
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
Oh.
Oh, was that Gale's granddad?
Era el abuelo de Gay. Ese era el Minster. El mago más famoso de los reinos.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
No te enteras de nada. Me parece que no. Resulta que Gale tiene una bomba en el pecho y Mista le ha pedido que la use para volar por los aires el corazón de la absoluta.
Whoa, now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mistra? I mean, this is a lot to take in. What's he going to do?
Creo que va a cumplir lo que le han mandado. No creo que sea capaz de hacerlo, aunque se lo ordene Mistra. No lo tengo claro. Creo que aún no se ha decidido.
Tell him to pick the right one. Or better yet, I'll do it. Fucking wizards, man. They always need help picking the simple, obvious option. If Mistra can't think of another way to stop the Absolute than sacrificing Gale, she's no god worth worshipping.
Díselo, mi
I'll say
reina.
that to Gale in, you know, gentle terms.
Ojalá en el parche que van a meter la semana que viene pongan que dicen que creo que los personajes en lugar de estar, a ver, que es verdad que no están en el campamento quietos, ¿no? Por ejemplo, Astarion se pone a leer un libro, hacen algunas cositas, Carla se tumba en el suelo, pero creo que van a poner que los personajes hagan más cosas. Estaría guay que caminaran y se soltasen diálogo entre ellos o algo así. Eso estaría guay. Uy, mira qué cara. ¡Hostias! ¡Hola! Shh, la espadita me la guardas, ¿eh? Estás en mi campamento,
Supreme
perro.
Kithrak, has Vlaakith sent you to slay me with your own blade?
I've not come to kill you, Lae'zel. I've come to aid you.
Don't trust him.
Este es el que, según los escritos, acabó con el príncipe del cometa.
Skakek Kier Gith Shabeleth. My blade rests. Mother Gith compels you to listen.
Qué pesado, bruto. A sentir a Lazael, ella debería ocuparse de esto.
Speak. My ear is yours.
I know you carry the astral prism, Lae'zel. Within it lies the seed of Vlaakith's demise, and I intend to help you bring it to fruition.
Vlaakith's demise. Skaketh. I should run you through for suggesting it.
Hablas de la persona que hay dentro, sabes quién es.
If they have not said, they must have good reason, and I won't be the one to betray them. But the one inside's chosen you as an ally, protects you with their power. That very power will be the end of Vlaakith's tyranny. The Prism's tenant must be let loose. I've sought their freedom for eons. When the Prism went missing, I feared the worst. Instead, you've granted the opportunity I've so long awaited. All that remains is the key that unchains them. And I've found someone who I believe can provide it. Bring the Prism to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting in a taproom called Shares's Caress.
No, una
That is
taberna.
where we decide the fate of my people. Lae'zel, together we will break our chains and be Vlaakith's slaves no longer.
I am no slave, just still Kithrak. The Undying Queen is my freedom. It is she who will purify me, and she who will ascend me.
Lies, Lae'zel, every last one. There is no purification, no ascension.
Vaya.
The Zaith Isk does not purify, it extracts memory and kills the infected. Nor does the Lich Queen glorify the ascended. She feeds on most all of them to grow her power and pursue godhood.
Vaya.
Madness. You flood me with this heresy. I will hear no more of it.
A ver, Lazael, relájate porque hasta ahora todo nos cuadra. Dice la verdad del Ziski, tienes que confiar en él. Claro, el aparato que nosotros que nos enchufaron nos iba a matar, no nos iba a salvar. Y ella lo vio. O sea que. Porque va a mentir en esto y no va a mentir en lo. O sea, porque no nos va a decir la verdad de esto y no nos va a decir la verdad de lo de la diosa. De lo de. La hija de puta de la reina de esta gente. O sea, piénsalo, tía. Que el craché que hemos reventado nos iban a matar igualmente. Entregásemos el prisma o no.
All of my life. Learned her words, fought her battles. Yet she names me her Sharlak. Your words carry truth.
Aleluya, lo
I
vio.
will meet you in Baldur's Gate. Do not make me regret it.
Bien.
Lae'zel, I see Talakma Gear in you, sister in freedom. Together we will be our people's light. Take this. It is a Quanith, a psionic detector. The Queen's warriors hunt you. The Quanith will sound you out when you come near their portals. Hear its cry and prepare for battle or slip away.
Tenemos un detector yankee.
I should go. Vlaakith's gaze pierces the seas and skies. She believes me loyal, and I can't afford her mistrust. Keep the astral prism close. Let no one take it from you. Slay any who try. Now to Baldur's Gate. I'll be waiting, Lae'zel.
Hicimos bien en no confiar en la perra pinche de la reina Liche. Hicimos bien. Y otra vez el señor este onírico que vive en el prisma, el que nos está ayudando, que nos lleva ayudando desde el principio de los tiempos, tiene razón. Tenía razón. Él también nos dijo que Blackith mentía.
So, Lae'zel's going to war with Vlaakith? Going to break her chains in Baldur's Gate? Good for her.
Ah, ya está, tío.
What will Voss have to show for himself when we catch up with him, I wonder? His intelligence may yet prove the key to unlocking the artifact's secrets. We should ensure we follow up when we reach Baldur's Gate.
Yes. Por cierto, hemos quedado en un prostíbulo. Las caricias de Shade no son una taberna. Pero me hace gracia que crea que es una taberna. En plan, vamos a quedar en una taberna. Se llama Las caricias de Shade. Y tú... Vos, no sé si en tu pueblo no hay burdeles, pero... Hemos quedado en un puterío. En un putiferio.
Vlaakith Kosivim Hrath Crashhead.
En español, por
Only
favor.
in Vlaakith may we find light.
Pues ya ves que no,
These
hermana.
were the first words I ever read on Tirsu slate. But they are no mere aphorism. They are law. They are creed. The root from which the 10,000 protocols stem.
10.000 protocolos.
Forsake one protocol, and forsake Vlaakith. Forsake Vlaakith, and be the blood and meat which sates her dragons. If Voss speaks true, if Ascension is a lie, if tadpole purification is a fairy tale, then I have not sinned against Vlaakith.
Bien.
She has sinned against me.
Bien, hermana, díselo. ¿En qué consiste exactamente la ascensión?
Ascension is a young Githyanki's greatest honor. Long ago, the Geich enslaved my people. They dominated our minds and bred us for war, until Great Mother Gith took a hammer to our bonds. From the day of our hatching, young Gith have one purpose: to train hard enough to slay a Geich and take its head. Then, we speak the rite of Ascension, and a red dragon comes to fly us to Vlaakith, in Tunarath, City of Death. We are honored with an eternal home in the Astral, celebrated for our victory. We are ascended. Or so I believed.
Pues ya ves que no. Que lo que hace vuestra reina es que se os come. Vos llamo tirana a Blackie. ¿Significa esto que estás de acuerdo?
I never thought Vlaakith a tyrant, or me as a vassal. She was the source of my might, and I the envoy of her will. A warrior, a champion, a destroyer. But if Voss is right, and Vlaakith consumes the Ascended to gain power, then I am no destroyer. I am mere livestock, bred to be harvested and devoured. Every Githyanki is a slave with a singular purpose. Not to cull the Geich, not to prevent their grand design, but to raise Vlaakith to true godhood.
Bien, al menos te estás dando cuenta. ¿Quién mora de hecho del prima? ¿Tú qué opinas?
I don't know. I can't know. And that drives me mad. At first, I thought them an illithid deception, a trick of the tadpole. But the dream figure is real. It lives in the prism. Voss believes they are the seed of Vlaakith's demise and the agent of Githyanki freedom. And I believe he may be right.
¿Y si vos se equivoca y si sus afirmaciones son falsas y las de Blackie son reales?
Then, when the Kithraki come for me, and come they will, I will submit to their blades. They would feed me to their dragons, and I would deserve no better.
¿Qué quieres, Groot?
Yes, I'd like time to think. We'll meet Kithrak Voss at Chares's Caress in Baldur's Gate. Until then, be vigilant. Vlaakith's eyes are upon
Es
us.
que no cabes de encima mía, Groot. Eres muy grande. Él está acostumbrado a que nos dormemos... Bueno, si no duermo siesta, por lo menos me tiro ahí en la cama, ¿eh? Y me pongo la manta eléctrica y me estiro un poquillo y leo. Pero claro, hoy no vamos a hacer eso. Y yo creo, no sé si es que está extrañado o qué.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
Un viejo obsesionado con el queso. No se parece al que describen las leyendas.
A wizard doesn't reach Elminster's age without enjoying their home comforts. Those who seek danger over cheese don't tend to live as long. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me.
No te
Time
vas a
seems
matar,
so
¿eh?
infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
¿Te estás planteando seriamente hacer lo que el Mister te ha pedido?
Of course. We offer the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go. then the slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
Y ya está, vas a emprender una misión suicida. Tiene que haber otra manera.
If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains ahead of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
Me aseguraré de que lo encontremos, Gale, te lo prometo. No vas a inmolarte, Gale, no lo permitiré.
Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. We may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.
Ya te digo yo que no va a pasar. Welcome to the Acto 2, gente.
I won't have to worry about the sun, at least.
I've never seen darkness like this before. It's unsettling.
Vale, a ver.
Moonlight Towers lies ahead. We must venture on, however bleak the path.
Hombre, no, sí, seguir, hay que seguir. Yo os recomiendo llevar a Corazón Sombrío porque hay diálogos con ella, pero bueno, ahora cambiaremos de personajes. Casi todos hacen algún tipo de comentario. ¿Funcionará lo de la luz del día? Voy a guardar. Porque me agradaría no tener que ir con antorchas. Básicamente, si no funciona, lo que ocurre es que se os pone la maldición de la sombra. Vámonos, peña.
Stay together. Keep to the light.
Los arpistas, para que esté un poco perdido, son un grupo de, digamos, gente que hace el bien. Y tienen sus propios secretos y su propia organización, digamos. Hay gente que no se fía de ellos porque no dejan de tener también redes de infiltración para enterarse de cosas, pero por lo general son gente buena. Me llamo Angustia, me llamo Ansia Oscura. ¿Quién eres tú? No te llamas Ansia Oscura, te llamas María Angustias.
First, come closer. Hands up.
Is your hands up? Is your hands up? Oli. ¿Qué pacha? Cuidado que eran los ribias.
Jonas, move in.
¿Nani? Adiós, Jonas. Me encantaste en tu álbum con los Jonas Brothers. A ver, un poco tonto el chaval, ¿eh?
Jonas, can you see our torches?
A ese no se le puede salvar, ¿vale? Ese está muerto. Pero son 3, creo, en total. O 4, 3. Son estas 2 y creo que un gnomo. Un gnomo, no, un enano.
Come back to the light.
Ve, ahí está el enanito.
Jonas? Jonas.
Abandonarlo y desear su muerte. Intentar salvarlos y prepararte para pelear. Sigue, yo me ocuparé. Druida, esta oscuridad no tiene nada de natural. O luchamos o acabaremos sucumbiendo a ella nosotros también.
Harpus, you heard the woman. To arms.
Hay que ayudarlos, ¿vale? ¡Hemos sobrevivido los 3! ¡Bien!
I know a safe place. Give me your map.
Me está escribiendo dando su autógrafo. Me ha escrito su número de
Keep your torch
WhatsApp.
high. If you step into the shadows, you'll be felled in a heartbeat.
¿Lugar seguro? ¿Te refieres a un lugar al que las sombras no pueden acceder?
That's right. Protected by magic. Only spot in the region that's not been swallowed up by this damn curse. Light will save you here on the outskirts, but a few paces deeper you're screwed. If you want to catch your breath, the inn's the only place to do it. Hope to see you there. Harpers, move out!
No, si yo creo que me voy a ir con vosotros. Vamos a hablar con Gale.
It's quite thrilling to fight off such grim creatures as this region throws at us. Especially being at your side. I once read a book that explained in some detail the effect a brush with danger has on one's desire for other forms of stimulation. Have you ever read anything on that subject?
Os lo traduzco, ¿vale? Gale está cachondo. Lo que pasa es que nos lo dice de una forma tan normal. Pero básicamente, la cara... Mira esto. Podemos hacer zoom, Vega del futuro, cuando edites esto. Puedes hacer zoom a Astarion y ponerle música sexy. En plan de... Básicamente nos está diciendo que al estar en constante peligro, pues hay como que hay gente que... El subidón de adrenalina, ¿no? De estar continuamente en riesgo. Y que hay gente pues que esas cosas pues le ponen cachondo. Entonces Gale le está diciendo que leyó un libro al respecto. ¿Qué quieres decir exactamente? Leer, podría haberlo escrito yo. ¿Sientes atracción por mí incluso en un lugar como este? No sé mucho de leer, pero sí he visto unos diagramas muy instructivos. En realidad hay un asunto más interesante que quería tratar contigo. Vamos a decirle leer, podría haberlo escrito yo.
I believe you. You never look so beautiful as at the end of a stirring battle. Your cheeks flushed, gaze bright, muscles glistening. Perhaps it's just the thrill of our near undead experience talking. Standing at your side through such darkness and disrepair. It only makes me want you more. Unfortunately, this is neither the time nor the place to indulge such feelings, so we must be patient and push all such thoughts aside. For now. Was there anything else you wish to discuss?
No, nada, hijo, que me angustia que estés ahí con el calentón, pero sí es verdad, no podemos pararnos aquí en medio. Me molesta un poco que cuando tienes este tipo de conversaciones, los otros personajes que te rodean se quedan callados. A ver, no me estoy quejando de que este juego no tenga conversaciones. O sea, no me puedo ni imaginar si escribiésemos todos los diálogos de este videojuego. Vamos, te da para escribir, para hacerte, no sé, 7 libros. Pero, por ejemplo, el hecho de que Gale... Que es verdad que los personajes a veces hablan y se hablan entre ellos, pero en estos momentos en el que Gale te acaba de decir que básicamente está cachondísimo en la oscuridad, y claro, y me veo a Licel y a Astarion en plan... Ok. Aquí. Tengo que decir algo, y es que me flipa este personaje. Me flipa. Es como...
Where lies your guilt?
Es como el de la diosa Leviathan. Es como misterioso, es como... ¿Quién es este fulano? ¿Y por qué no me puedo decir que se venga a mi campamento? Así que andamos jugando con los muertos, qué encantador.
Indeed. One whose secrets are not for your ears. Be on your way.
Mierda, no tenemos el habla con animales.
A fair point. Perhaps this one could assist us.
Es el único cuervo blanco que vais a ver en todo el juego.
The murdered lie silent. The raven asks, will you be their voice?
Sé claro de qué estás hablando. Es que no es por nada, no es por ti. Soy yo, soy estúpida.
Forgive me. It has been some time since I spoke to another. This woman tended a bar where she took her patrons, her friends, into her confidence, promised their secrets were safe with her. Yet she turned their words into knives and stabbed them in the back. They died because of her, and to this day her victims lie unavenged.
Dudo que estés aquí por la bondad de tu corazón.
I have no heart. I seek a record of this one's crimes, written in her own hand. Through it, I can summon her spirit and force her to face trial for her crimes.
¿Qué quieres que haga?
Go to the distillery, the one she calls the Waning Moon. Find the ledger and bring it to me.
Si estáis viendo el maquillaje del tío raro, es porque como yo tengo un mod que me mete maquillajes nuevos, se buguea, no. Los personajes que ya tienen un maquillaje específico, como que se le... Y aquí están los fulanos que hemos salvado.
You there! Step forward and keep your hands off your weapons.
Easy. She's with me.
Hablan en nuestro favor. Si mueren todos, pues no hablan en vuestro favor porque no hay... están muertos.
Jahira.
Esta es de pasados juegos. Es druida también. Te me relaja, ¿eh? Vieja puta, te me relaja. Guarda de la fe. Me han nombrado guarda de la fe. Exijo que me liberéis. Es verdad, al poner en evidencia la corrupción de Kouga, los druidas de la arboleda te han honrado por defender la naturaleza y el equilibrio.
Oh, but you ward something far more sinister than faith alone, don't you?
Así me agradece que salvases a tus soldados.
Kindness is too often a decoy.
Vaya.
This is why we're here, you see. It is a curious creature that hides all manner of secrets. But if there's one thing that we know, it's that it knows its own kind. You should never have come here, true soul.
Mirar a los alpistas que salvaste.
What's you doing? She's the one who saved us!
¡Mol!
She's the one who protected the Emerald Grove.
Pues si te he dicho hace un momento que sí.
Yup.
Vieja senil.
Didn't leave a goblin standing. Not so bad to hang around with either. Saved two of my friends. One from a harpy and one from a mad druid with a snake. Didn't make a fuss of our thieving either. I'd pretty much trust her with my life.
Gracias, Mol.
A soul with a mind of her own? How is that possible?
Si no ayudáis a los niños, igualmente podéis convencer a Yahira de otra forma, tirando dados y tal, ¿no? Es por este artefacto, enseñárselo a Yahira. Vamos a ir de cara a boca perro. Mira, es por esta Pokéball que llevo. A tomar por culo.
What in the hell is that thing?
No lo sabemos. Pero te voy a contar todo lo que sé del artefacto.
Congratulations. You've earned yourself the benefit of the doubt. Hear me, Harpers. All clear. At ease. I'll not pretend to understand what that artifact is. But I'm old and wise enough to recognize a sliver of hope when it crawls out of the dark.
Esa soy yo.
Tell me, why have you come here?
Para destruir a la Absoluta y a su guardia y su guarida en la Torre de Balzaluna. Tan solo busco una cura para el parásito. Druida, estas tierras están infectadas, corrompidas. He venido a restaurar la voluntad de la naturaleza. Somos druidas, así que vamos a decir esto. Pero yo diría que venimos a destruir a la Absoluta. Pero bueno.
Then you found an ally in me. For that is precisely why I am here. There's food in the inn over there. Beds too if you require rest. Aloe oil in the cupboard, in case the vines gave you a rash. Settle in. Then come join me for a drink. You may just be the godsend we've been praying for.
Bien. Yes. Oh, oh. Hola, mi Sora.
Playtime's over, pet.
Esta es la medio diablesa.
Oh, I love this time
que tiene un
of
pacto
year.
con Will.
The dickheads start popping up wherever you look.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil. And a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out.
Y... si esa debe ser tan poderosa, ¿cómo es que se ha dejado atrapar?
Well, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting her priorities fixed. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Rescataremos a tu agente con una condición.
Oh, and what condition is that?
Your mind links with Will's, drawn in by his increasing panic.
What are you doing?
Responder mentalmente a Willy y que confíe en ti.
Will relaxes, and your connection fades.
Mizora, rescataremos a tu agente si liberas a Will de su pacto.
Interesting. Now, why should I go letting my favorite pet off his leash?
Siempre podríamos dejar que la secta infecta a la gente. Seguro que hacen de ella una buena sierva. Recordar todo lo que sabes sobre diablos y sus contratos. Interpretación. Decir que conoces un sortilegio. Vamos a intimidar, que tenemos un mogollón de intimidación.
Incredible. You actually think you hold the winning hand? Fine. I'll play your game. But I amend the pact once the mission's done, not before. Clause F, Section 9. Soulbinder shall bestow reward or favor only upon soul-bearer's fulfillment of related obligation. Now, to Moonrise, pet. And do mind the shadows. They've been especially hungry.